Yes, people, hope everyone is doing well. So it's safe to say I am very excited to be filming this video today, and let me tell you why. So when I first started doing YouTube, to any of you guys that are OGs for the Stimflips channel, you are gonna know that I started off with doing vintage reselling related videos. And I know I stopped uploading vintage content, but I am still a vintage reseller. Let's not get that twisted. I'm still selling hundreds of items every single month on that platform. So recently, a lot of you may know this already, I did actually launch my own reselling community called Resell Locker. So a lot of the content that I have been uploaded onto YouTube is stuff that I've actually filmed from over a month ago. I've not picked this camera up in around 2 weeks, so I'm buzzing to be back. Obviously, I'm at home right now, but soon I'm going to get myself down the unit and we're going to do some vintage stuff for the channel. I'm going to be starting up a couple of series over the next few videos as well, but for this one, I'm just going to be getting back into the swing of things and bringing that audience back in. So for this video here, I'm going to be showing you how easy it actually is to resell shoes for a profit on Vinted, because I'm actually still doing this every single day, and funnily enough, it is actually still one of my main sources of income. I'll never ever stop vintage reselling. The money in it is just way too good. Just before I go quickly, I just need to put in a couple of drops into the server because there's so much Pokemon stuff getting dropped today, and some of the profit margins that we are seeing on some of these boxes that are releasing today is mental, so I need to make sure that I'm putting that in for everyone. This is the plan of action. So I'm going to go down to the impost locker quickly and grab all of the parcels that have came in from the last day. Then I'm going to go straight to the unit from the impost locker and we'll rip them open on camera and show you exactly what I've been buying. To be honest, over the last few months, the best shoes to resell haven't really changed. A lot of it is still going to be big Nike shoes like 95s, Air Maxes, 270s. I'm going to be showing you all of that in today's video anyway, so it's not a problem. Right, I'm going to stop wasting time. Let me go to the impost locker now. All right, everyone, so it's now been a couple of hours. I'm in the unit. Did go to Birmingham yesterday to get some more stock, so I'm just sorting that all out right now. I've got a new clothing rail as well, which is actually looking really, really nice. But I thought I'd just show you quickly the amount of P6000s I was actually able to get when I went yesterday. There's 5 here which are half box, but the rest of these, like these here, you can see these are actually all full box. They are smaller sizes. Obviously it's 50% off of that tag, so they're worth $37.50 each. Already there you've got 3, 6, 9, 12 pairs of P6000s. And then because I'm still sort of wrapping up the shelving units now, still got all of these over here as well. Got some black TNs as well. How many of them did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got some more over here as well. 5, 6, 7 pairs of TNs. And then the P6000s, they're all in this colourway, this blue, grey and black colourway. But yeah, super, super nice, man. The full box, obviously, you can never complain, can you? So this isn't going to be a clearance store video, I promise, but I did have to show you guys some of that stuff. Oh shit, one more thing. And then look at these Nike IDs that I got as well. Hirachis, these 95s, which I'll actually show you, because I feel like it would be rude not to, man. Absolute beauties. UK 7.5 as well. Amazing. Bearing in mind, these retail at about £180. I got them for 50 quid. I could probably list these for over 100 on eBay. I'm just going to finish loading the shelves quickly. And then we're going to open these. So these are all vintage parcels. And then all of these are vintage parcels. We're going to open every single one and show you guys exactly what I've been buying, because I am still one of the biggest vintage resellers. Let's not forget that. I've just not been uploading it. And I'm also going to show you later in the video as well how I do buy all of my stock every single day. Obviously, it's important to be consistent. You need to make sure that you're buying enough every single day to make sure that you've got the same amount coming in. You don't want to create yourself a backlog in reselling. It's okay to do it sometimes if you need a little bit of a break, but at the same time, if you don't buy an item for 3-4 days, that means you're not going to be receiving items for that period of time, maybe the following week. So it's important to make sure that you've got a consistent amount of stock coming in every single day. And when you start doing that, that's when you generate the real cash flow. I'd say most of my flips that I make on Vinted, I always make a minimum profit of £15 to £20. Obviously, I've had some big ones before, just like what I'm showing you on the screen right now, where I have had nearly £100 or over 100. But like I say, majority of them, you're going to be making your quick £15 to £50, buying the item, getting it in, cleaning it, photoing it, whatever you need to do, and selling it just as quickly as you bought it. And that's the beauty in this game, man, because everything is so expensive these days. The second-hand market is really, really starting to pick up. In my opinion, 2025 has actually probably been one of the hottest years for vintage reselling, just because everything is so expensive right now, especially in the UK and across Europe. The prices are really starting to increase, not just in trainers and clothing, but in absolutely everything. Your weekly food shop's nearly doubled now. But of course, that is going to create a massive, massive demand for used and pre-loved clothing and trainers, and that that's why you should be jumping on this opportunity, because it means that your items are going to be selling just as quick as they're coming in, because that's how many people are looking for stuff. The beauty in Vinted reselling is that you don't just need to resell brands like I do. You can see I like to resell brands like Nike, Adidas. You don't actually realize this, but you've been building up a base knowledge your whole life without realizing it. So for me, the reason why I went into Nike is because it's a brand that I've worn heavily growing up. I already knew what a pair of 95s would look like, a pair of Huaraches, a pair of 90s. Whereas you watching this video right now, you may have a better knowledge about golf clubs, golf equipment, or absolutely anything. It could be laptops, computers, phones, or you could have a knowledge in something that's so niche, like mountain walking boots. Whatever it is that you do have that knowledge in, I promise you there's going to be big profit margins in it. I bet you sat there thinking right now, what do I actually have a lot of knowledge in? And I can guarantee you've got at least 3 brands or categories that you do. Even if you don't, when I started reselling, I only knew about Nike, but now I've branched off into different brands: Adidas, New Balance, Asics, Patagonia, Rab. I even resell a bit of tennis equipment as well. You just build up such a knowledge over time. I started reselling when I was working full time, just in hope of making a bit of extra money. Skip forward a couple of months and I'd already quit my job and moved into my first unit and started making videos showing people how to start reselling. But anyway, let me sort these shelving units out and I'll show you exactly what I've been buying. Okay, so I've done everything now. My SD card was also full on the camera, so I had to just put all that on the laptop quickly. But obviously we have got a truckload of parcels to open, so I'm going to show you as much as I can. I'm just going to fire through these. I'm not going to bang on too much. Let's go. Let me get a tool quickly to help me open, because there's probably going to be a lot of tape on these. The Asda supermarket tool and then a pair of scissors as well. That should do. Just going to try cleaning up as I go along. Something I've never really done before, so we'll give it a go. Okay. Okay, starting off strong, we've got a pair of Air Max 95s. It kind of looks like the safety orange colorway, but obviously I know that it's not. Just a little bit of mud on the sole there, you can see on both shoes. That's going to come off really easily when we do hit it with a cleaning brush. Yeah, size UK 8, can't go wrong. Next one, Nike Dry Fit tracksuit. Size is a size small. Just want to make sure that the joggers and the jumper are both a size small. You can see Dry Fit tracksuit. Matching tracksuits in Nike, to anyone that doesn't know, you will always get minimum 28 to 32 pounds for them. Obviously for tech fleeces, people do pay up even more. I sell tech fleeces for around the 40 to 50 pound mark. Okay, this is in actually immaculate condition. So this is what we like to call a Nike Center Swoosh hoodie. The Nike Center Swoosh hoodies, I actually tell my server about these all the time, so I shouldn't really be saying it on the video. Nobody's actually reselling these properly like me and the boys in the server. These are getting listed all the time for anywhere between 3 to 5 pounds, and I sell them for 18 to 20 pounds every single day. And these sell so quickly. Sometimes the colorways can depend, but the brown, grey and black ones will sell immediately. I can't be giving you any more tips because that's, like I say, for the people in my server, which is linked at the top of the description, by the way. But next time you're on Vinted looking to resell, make sure you grab yourself a Center Swoosh hoodie. Just thank me later in the comments. Okay, next up, we've got some Nike Air Max 90s. You can see the shape is a little bit off, but obviously when we do put a shoe tree in, you can see even just by putting my hand in there, they do look a lot better. These are a size UK 11 as well. So these will be selling for anywhere between 40 to 50 pounds depending on the condition. You can see there's a little bit of mud on the back. That's all going to come off with a brush, not a problem at all. Another Center Swoosh. This one is actually a jumper, it's not a hoodie. These do hold the same value though. Gore-Tex Night React Pegasus Trail 4s. Great sellers at around 50 pounds. Pick these up for really cheap as well. You don't see these ones as often though. Nike Air Max 270 Reacts. These ones are in a size UK 7.5. These will be selling at 32 pounds. If any of you guys are worried as well that at any point you are going to receive an item that has got a big defect on it, another one of my favorite things about Vinted reselling, and the reason why it is actually risk-free, is because you can just send any parcels that you're not happy with back to the seller, and Vinted will give you a full and immediate refund. You don't even need to pay for the shipping back. So make sure you keep that in mind. Come on. Are we joking? This is for one Vinted parcel, by the way. Look. Oh, come on. Luckily, it's actually a good pair of shoes. So it's a pair of Air Max 95 Ultras. Selling these for around £45. 95s are great sellers. Okay everyone, just jumping in this video quickly to tell all of you about Resell Locker, which is a reselling community and server that gives you all of the tools and information that you need to start your reselling journey. And more importantly, it's been created by me as well. You get full and immediate access to Europe's fastest Vinted monitor, which is pinging items 24/7, and it has an automated feature so it can pick up stuff for you when you're on the move. And the Vinted monitor isn't just available to people that live in the UK. It's scanning and monitoring over 20 different countries spread across Europe. You get access
access to a number of different price guides, including shoes, clothing, electronics, you name it, we've got a price guide for it, which shows you exactly what you want to aim to be buying your items for and what you want to be selling them for as well. And they're being updated constantly as the latest trends and seasons come around. There's also a complete Nike outlet reselling guide, which contains thousands of words. It's all in one document and there's tons of photos to make it even more user-friendly. We also let you know in advance the best retail flips. We have a full guide for legit checking, as well as a full team of people who are experienced resellers, can tell you straight away whether your item is counterfeit or fake. We will also inform you on all of the best Pokemon drops that are coming out on Pokemon Center, Smith's Toy Superstores, and we can even set up monitors for them as well, so you can purchase them immediately as soon as they come out. I've also created a large number of video lessons that you can watch as soon as you join. Do weekly group calls where everyone can join and share their ideas and show us your progress. I have the ability to book a one-on-one call with me as well through the server. If you use this discount code that's on the screen right now, it's going to make your first month just £14.99. And in mind, majority of the flips that you do make these days, you are getting a minimum profit of £25 to £30. That means all you have to do is make one flip in that month you're in the server and you've doubled your investment already. And of course, if you realize at any point that this side hustle is not for you, you can cancel at any time. If you are interested in joining Resell Locker and starting your reselling journey today, make sure you click the link right at the top of the description. Anyways, let's get back to the video. This person's put a little thank you sticker on there. So it's just a pair of Vapor Max fly knits. You can see they're in very, very nice condition. Literally no mud on the bottom. They've even cleaned them up for me. These ones here are only in the size UK 5, but I can still fetch around £25 to £28 for them. Another Centre Swoosh hoodie, £18 to £20 seller. Another Centre Swoosh hoodie. Guys, try to remember the colorways that I'm buying these in as well for when you're purchasing yourself. Centre Swoosh jumper without the hood. If that was my size, I'd probably keep it. That one's actually in mint condition. Solo Swoosh Nike joggers. These are the really good wide leg ones with the cuff bottoms. He's selling for around £20. Centre Swoosh hoodie again. Nike Miler / Nike running windbreaker. Anyone doesn't know, obviously the rave and festival scene is popping off at the minute. It's the biggest it has actually ever been. So many of the young lads are wearing these jackets, so make sure you're looking out for them because they do sell for around £50. Some Nike React Element 55s. These actually do hold the same value as the React Visions. You can see the difference in them. This has got more of like a meshy material. This is more firm. They do hold the same value. Big size is selling for around £35. Oh, these are really good. Okay, you can tell that these have been put in the washer machine, but it's a pair of Air Max 90s again. Really, really nice condition. Minimal tread loss as well. These will be selling for £45. Some of your standard Air Max 270s, another great seller in between £30 to £40. These ones are a UK 8.5 as well. I don't even need to say the name of what it is anymore. You probably could have guessed. Another one. Then we've got a Nike tracksuit. So here's the joggers. This one's a size medium. Just make sure that the jumper and the joggers are the same size. It's very important, yeah. So both of these are a size medium. And of course, yeah, it is matching up. So that'll be another 30 quid. Some more Air Max 270 Reacts. You can see that these have literally been hardly worn. Bubbles don't even have any discoloration or scratching on them, you can see. Absolutely mint. In a UK 8 as well. I might even try being cheeky and pushing over £40 on these. Just because of the condition. If I can take good enough photos, I think I can do it. Some more React Element 55s, great movers. Some Nike Metcon 5s. These ones are a size UK 8. I'll probably push over £30 on these. These ones have seen better days, as you can see. To be honest, it's just a bit of mud. I think that's it for me opening all the parcels for now, because from feeling them just then, I can see that they're all Centre Swoosh hoodies. I don't need you to see how many more of them I've got, because you can see I already had about 10 that I put on the camera anyway. All of these are just soft parcels. Like, that's not a pair of trainers, you know what I mean? They're all the same. So these are all of the ones that I just opened. I'm going to put them on hangers and get them onto the clothing rail. Trainers that I just opened are all on this shelf here next to some new P6000s, which I'm probably going to move in a sec. So they're going to get cleaned tomorrow. It's actually dark outside right now. I don't want to show too much outside the unit. And the weather's been shit at the minute in England, so it is raining as well. Definitely not going to be cleaning any shoes today. I thought I'd just jump in this video quickly to tell you a method on how I'm selling all of these things that I'm picking up so quickly. And that's because I'm cross-listing onto other selling platforms like eBay, Depop, rather than just listing them onto Vinted. And doing that manually can be quite tedious and time consuming. I'm all about saving time, and that's why I use a tool called Accelerator. And since I started using Accelerator, I've made a ton of money. Accelerator is a really user-friendly tool that can cross-list all of your items from one selling platform onto another in just a few clicks, which is going to save you a lot of time and effort. And it also has a relister tool
tool as well. So when your Vinted listings are drying up and getting a little bit stale and failing to get a lot of interaction, you can go onto Accelerator, select your listings, and it will delete them and re-upload them automatically with the exact same photos, titles, and description, which basically means you're going to have a fresh listing that's been put onto Vinted for all of the people to see it for the first time again, which is going to increase your sales massively. If you do want to use Accelerator just like I do, make sure you do click on the link in the description. If you use that link, you're going to be getting a 2-week free trial and around £8 off your first month.
But to anyone that wants to know how I do clean my trainers, let me show you. So what I'll do is I'll just fill up the washing up bowl with some hot water with a bit of fairy liquid. Obviously you can buy fairy liquid for dirt cheap these days. And then I've got a couple of different brushes that I'll use just to scrub up the bottom of the trainers. I've also got this as well, which I used to showcase a lot in my videos. It's brilliant. I've literally bought a handheld drill and put a brush on the end of it. It's dead right now, but you can imagine that is usually turning really, really fast, and it just blitzes off any dirt or mud that's on the shoes. The reason why I find it so good is just because it's really good at getting stuff out of the material. Obviously the brushes are brilliant for getting hard mud and hard bits of dirt off the sole. You do have to put a lot more effort in to get the dirt out of the actual fabric and material. To be honest, it's not like the hardest thing in the world to use a manual brush for the material. I think when you are cleaning like 20 to 30 pairs of trainers at once, you do just want to be as time efficient as you can. And because the drills are only like 10 to 15 pound on Amazon, I definitely just recommend getting yourself one of them. What I'm going to do is now quickly is I'm going to go through that pile and I'm going to work out which shoes are actually clean and ready to be photoed. So obviously I'm not going to waste my time and clean a pair of trainers that doesn't need cleaning, and then I'll bang some shoe trees in them, get them photoed on the floor and get them put onto Vinted. I'll probably do the hoodies and stuff tomorrow. It is really late and I'm starving, but I also wanted to do sort of like a live buying session on this video where I basically show you guys how I get all of my stock, because I use something called a Vinted monitor. So when I first started reselling, of course I did used to buy manually on the app. The thing is, with a standard Vinted app, it doesn't actually show you all of the items that are being listed. It's quite tedious as well. You do have to refresh it manually every 2 seconds. It glitches, it lags out, and I did used to really struggle when I used the manual app. That's why I started using the bot. The bot will actually also ping all items 8 to 15 seconds quicker. So if you look at this photo that I've got on the screen right now, you can see that it's actually showing them North Face items way before they're coming up on the Vinted app. Obviously this may not seem like the biggest time difference in the world. You're probably just thinking it's a couple of seconds. Think about how much more of an advantage you're getting. You can purchase that item 3 times over on the monitor before someone on the standard app's even got a chance to see it. Let me show you the monitor now quickly in all its glory. I'm not going to do the whole thing when I set up the camera and sit on it. Obviously my server does have the bot in it as well, so I might as well showcase it because it is a Vinted video, so I might as well show you how I buy all of my Vinted stock. Okay, so this here is exactly what a Vinted monitor looks like. You can see it's basically just a server that's pinging items in, and this is everything that's being listed onto Vinted. So you can see that these only got listed 2 seconds ago and they've already showed up on the bot. So one of my favorite things on the bot is that we do actually have this little button here that says buy now. So when we click that, the code will automatically purchase the item with no delays, because when you are on Vinted, you actually have to make around 5 different steps before you are actually able to secure the purchase. So obviously on here, you're going to be saving even more time. So what I'll do is every single day, I'll come on the monitor for around 30 to 40 minutes and I'll basically just sit here and wait for it to refresh in front of me, and I'll just press buy now on anything that's got a profit margin on it. With the monitor as well, you can see you can actually use it on your mobile device, so you don't have to just be sat at your desk on a computer or a laptop. You've got access to it on any device as well. But we actually are scanning over 20 different European countries on the Vinted monitor as well. So if you can see the flag for your nation here, that means that we are scanning it. Obviously we've got UK and Ireland there as well. Yeah man, like you can see we're scanning Nike, Patagonia, Rab, Ralph Lauren, Streetwear, North Face, and there's so many different things that we are scanning every single day 24/7. If you do want to start your Vinted journey today, I would just really recommend getting on the monitor. It's one of the first steps that I would make, and I wish I knew that from the start. But yeah, that's basically the secret on how to make money. It's use an automated system and use these things to your advantage, because obviously these days nothing is more valuable than your time. You want to make sure that your time invested on certain tasks is as little as possible, and buying manually on the app is going to take so much time you do not understand. Having this means you can spend even less time buying, but at the same time getting even more items coming in. So I've just seen these Hirachis come up here for only £8.50. We'll press buy now on them. I was pretty late to these. You can see these got listed 30 seconds ago. So the internet's actually just gone in the unit, so I've just had to go on mobile data on my phone quickly. I'm just going to check to see if I did get them. I was quite late on them, so I don't know if we will. I'm sure with the power of this monitor we will be able to, just because of how quick it is running. So you can see I'm on the Vinted app there. We was actually able to pick them up. Just for proof, you can see purchase successful there. So with delivery and everything, we just paid around £11 all in for that pair of Hirachis. So Hirachis in the bigger sizes are actually one of my best sellers. I sell them all the time for anywhere between £30 to £35. You can see just by these photos here that I'm not telling a word of a lie. I do genuinely sell them for that price. So I'll list these ones up for £32. I'll make a quick 20 quid on there. And I'm doing this 10 to 15 times a day, guys. Don't forget that. I'm making anywhere from £300 to £500 a day just from flipping shoes that easily. And you can see just how little my time invested actually is. Your time invested on each individual item is so low. Obviously, I'm not talking about waiting for the parcel to be shipped with the courier. But if we're talking about looking and holding that item in your hands, it's only going to be around 5 minutes overall. Buying the item obviously only takes a couple of seconds. Opening the parcel takes us however long you need. Cleaning the item will only take you around 2 minutes max. And photoing it another minute, then listing it onto Vinted, which takes no longer than a minute as well, really. So you're talking 5 to 6 minutes to make minimum £15 profit each time. And like I say, I've had items flip before where I've made over 100 quid on them. See how easy this is now. So to any of you guys that go to school or work full time, imagine if you only put an hour into this each evening after you finish. Your cash flow is going to start to pick up really, really quickly. And just before you know it, you're going to be in my situation and doing this full time. And to anyone that watches my videos, what do you see me doing? I'm always just messing around with my friends, but at the same time, I can do that because I'm making such good money from this side hustle. When I say side hustle, this is now my full income. But you've probably seen Jude and 40 in some of the old videos. They was also working in a warehouse just like I was. And I basically taught them everything that I knew. And now they've also quit their jobs and are doing this full time. We're just so locked in together because we all have the same knowledge now. We can actually start to have a bit of fun with it. So we'll do challenges against each other. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on too much about that. But let me know if you are excited that I'm getting back into the Vinted content. We're going to be starting up a series as well, guys. But I'm going to be honest, my mind is completely blank on what to do. So if you are watching this far in the video, please drop a comment on what you'd like to see for a series. Whether it be 0 to 10k, £500 to 5 grand, reselling from 0 to a car or a property. Please just let me know. I'm struggling over it. But yeah, let me show you one more thing in the server as well that's actually going to blow your mind. Just before I go, it's a little treat for the end of the video to anyone that is considering joining. If you didn't think it was worth it before, you are definitely going to think it's worth it now. So obviously, I'm always putting in the latest drops and things that have got profit on them that's coming out on the retail platforms. So yesterday, Blood Records tweeted they're going to be putting out 5,000 Oasis vinyls onto their website. And these were selling at £40 each. They sold out in 7 minutes, but I did put them up as soon as they came out. You can see I put in 5 minutes before to get on the website. You can see some of the members bought some. So I managed to get 5. Jay here managed to get 2. I'm not going to show you everyone. Already woke up this morning. They're selling for nearly £100. I've already sold all of mine for 80 quid. So that's already £200 of profit there. And so many of the members made hundreds of pounds on them yesterday, guys. And it was as easy as going onto a website and buying something through Apple Pay or with your card. But anyway, guys, like I said, I need to get this video done. I'm starving. So if you did enjoy this video in particular, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you want to see my face again. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Probably another Vinted video if all goes well.